13648 via Cima Bella. This is Ian, and I've been around the house, and the wood all looks really good. I even set up my ladder over there, and on that section of roof where it doesn't get as much sunshine and hasn't had any foot traffic, those shingles are still in pretty darn good condition. Sorry, something just caught my attention. It almost feels, there were a couple broken, torn shingles, and then there is some premature cracking that's taking place on the shingles. In the late 90s, there was some shingle manufacturers getting busted for diluting the asphalt with lime, and it led to some big cracks that would take place in the shingles, and we're seeing that right here. Now, over on this big roof plane, we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. We've got the pool solar, we've got the photovoltaic, and then we have that big, what I think is a water heater, basically preheats the water before it goes into the water heater for the house to use. So there's a whole bunch of stuff happening on this south-facing roof plane. There's evidence that the pool solar was moved to make room for the photovoltaic whenever that was installed. And I can tell that because of these straps right here. The way that pool solar or solar thermal is installed on a roof is not how we would ever attach something to a roof. Basically, those are just lag bolts. There's one right there that's unused. There's one there, one there, one there, and who knows how many underneath these solar panels. And none of those are sealed properly. They just get some silicone or some caulking over the top of them, and just hope for the best. Anytime we penetrate a roof as roofers or photovoltaic solar installers, we're gonna flash those penetrations. So what somebody did is use this little piece of metal as flashing to divert water around these. So basically that's an acknowledgement that this style doesn't work. And so wherever these are, there's a potential for leaking. And if they're buried underneath this guy, well, that makes them hard to get to. Right here, we can see evidence of where the solar thermal was resting on the roof before it was moved. And so we can expect that the same damage is happening underneath these pipes down up there and down there. Where the one or two leaks is coming from is really hard to determine. It's a steep roof, and so it's hard to get around on it. And there's so much of it covered that actually pinpointing that spot, it's going to be a challenge. So because of all that, unfortunately, I probably am going to recommend that this looks old enough to where I can't make any guarantees when it comes off. It's most likely going to crack. It's something old enough, been sitting in the sun long enough where it's like, once you disturb that thing, it's not going back up. So unfortunately, I think that's got to go in the trash. These guys can come down. We'll use the latest version of flashed attachment points, so we won't reuse the attachment points or the attachments. Or standoffs we call them, but we'll reuse the rail and the panels. And then most of the time when I see those guys right there, those are usually trash, and so I'm not. That one looks like the newest one I've ever seen, so maybe it's still in use. But if it is in fact trash, then that thing will come off as well. Put a new roof up here, put this stuff back on, and be good for another 30 years. But I just feel like you could potentially be chasing leaks on this roof plane with all the stuff that's been going on in here for a long time. So anyways, that is kind of how I feel about it.